Welcome to Still Talking Uncut. I'm your host, Big Easy. Sorry I missed y'all last week. Hope you had a good time with Mr. Rob from Drop Zone. It was a pretty good episode. Nice to hear Matt talk a little bit more. I guess that happens when Big Easy ain't around dominating the mic. So I'm gonna be quiet tonight. I, I'm watching the game a little bit and I'll hear the new feller. But anyways, joined by Uncle Joey and Lemasters, the mainstays on the show now. It showed up more than Sean has. Not that that set the bar real high, but
Yeah, it's a low bar.
we've got we got special guests. We're going a little outside the box of what we normally do. We got Mr. Jeffrey Anderson, singer, runs we're going to call it a cannabis farm. He'll go more into it, but just for general, to understand what he's doing, making butters and things like that. It's a lot more to it than that, but I'm gonna let him speak on it. So he's got his better half with him, so can't go nowhere without Miss Jackie. So welcome to the show, Jeff and Jackie. We appreciate y'all giving us your Monday night and coming and hanging out, and I'm really looking forward to hearing you do what you do. So we usually start out with what you're drinking on. I guess tonight, what you smoking on? Matt, you're out of this one.
I'm out.
It's actually a brand new strain called Tomb Raider. It's going to hit our shelves tomorrow.
Okay, when you say our shelves, go ahead and tell us what you do, where you're out of, and then that'll just give us a good baseline from there.
Yeah, the questions will come a rolling.
Right on. Yep. So most people know me. I'm Jeff, and everybody knows my wife that runs the music world and the shine world that we've run around down here in East Tennessee and Western North Carolina and upstate South Carolina kind of thing. But the bigger thing than that is for us is our business Elkhorn Canaco. We used to be Smoky Bear Hemp Company, but we have grown a little bit, and we didn't want to ever have any problems down the road as we grew with that name, So we thought it was time to make the change. And back in the day, I used to use the Elkhorn head for my music logo, and we have some property we're developing in South Carolina, and we've named that property Elkhorn Mountain. So it kind of seemed natural just to go ahead and change the name and call it Elkhorn Canaco, which is obviously short for cannabis. But we've been doing it going on little around 4 years, being involved in it, from the farm to the stores, and kind of everything in between. Everything that we do and sell is made from the flower that we grow, and from our concentrates to our cannabis drink. Prior to changing the name, we had a full line of cannabis drinks, and we were the first company in the whole country to market their cannabis drink in a mason jar like a jar of moonshine. And looked the same. We put the what we call the adult sippy cup lid on there to help pour that thing. Or at least that's what we called it when I worked at Sugarlands and Old Smoky and all them other ones up in Tennessee back in the day. But yeah, so we introduced that last year, and we took I think we took 12 cases to Hillbilly Jam, and we came home with 9 jars. Loved it. I know Master Distiller Jason Bartolozzi. I can't.
Bartolozzi.
That last name right? I'm sorry, Jason, if you're watching.
Man, he'll be all right, man. Don't worry about
it. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Don't apologize to old Bart. He'll be all right, man.
But during the festival, he got a jar of our double strength Appellation, and which is green apple, and he just killed the whole jar. And they got him on video, and I think they put it on social media, and that was like the best advertisement I think we ever had with him drinking that jar and then doing the SpongeBob 2 hours later, and he's sitting there with a towel over his head, feeling extra special.
I remember my first Hillbilly Jam.
Yeah, he
got him one there.
Yeah, you got him. I saw the video and I was like, "Wow, Jason! All right."
Yeah, that was pretty good stuff. But since we've changed the name, of course we've and had to change direction and everything, we went ahead and we're doing a totally different feel, a totally different vein with the new cannabis drink. We're actually going to be doing and introducing the first week in February our brand new Elkhorn elixirs, and they're going to be in the 8-ounce amber jars, like old snake oil medicine jars with the old ripped paper, parchment paper labels.
Yeah.
Find in an old saloon, because I don't know if you've ever seen any pictures of any of the inside of any of our stores, and especially when everybody sees the new location in Maggie Valley that opens up the first week of February. You feel like when you come in, you've walked into an old saloon, and you just kind of want to scuff your boots a little bit, man, and start rolling one up.
So are you allowed to like they have where you can go do tastings at the distilleries? Can you offer tastings of your product?
Yes, and believe it or not, we do our tastings the same way they do at the distilleries. We do them in the little communion cups.
Nice.
I say when I poured at Sugarlands, it's good enough for God, it's good enough for us.
That's right.
So we do that same thing, and because it's a great association, as far as the experience and what people kind of associate today with moonshine and drinking it, they're used to the sample cups that way. And but you can also get cocktails. We do it. Infused slushies, the whole 9 yards. And all of our locations, you can come in and sit down at our bar and order any cocktail. We do a what we call an elk flight. So we have 4 new flavors coming out. You can come in and pay and do samples of all 4. And if you do all 4, it'd be the equivalent of smoking about a half a joint on the sample. So it's a nice feel.
And let's be honest, in the modern times, there's nothing wrong with drinking. A lot of people drink socially. A lot of people to get good and fuckered up. It happens sometimes. But there's a lot of people that have stepped away from alcohol, and it's nice to have an alternative. And it's nice that, it's acceptable and it's coming a little more mainstream to where it's not frowned upon. And you can have a place like that where people can come in and have a little drink and a little smoke. So I think it's awesome that, it's still tight. Our country's still a little uptight on certain things, but we're making progress. You know what I mean? Baby steps. We're making baby steps. So,
but alcohol consumption is down with the new generations, like 53% compared to the older generations. And that's all due to the legalization. There's more than just alcohol out there. It used to be if you got busted with a joint in your car, you was going to prison. And it's terrible now. You see guys who are getting out of jail because they got busted with an ounce back in the 80s. Yeah. And then you see people walking around hitting vape pens with live resin in them, no matter where they're at. Now there's businesses you can go. There's open dispensaries, and so it's just. It's just it's a change in the times. Is how things have changed. There's more ways for I don't want to say to party now, but there's more avenues for medication. It's finally been recognized and being seen for the beautiful useful uses it has, and there's more than just alcohol now. You can go hard and not feel it so much the next day.
Well, and the government's reclassification, I think, is going to really open up a lot of testing. So it'll help the industry. It really will. It really, really will.
Well, I think, I agree. We need to have proper and quality regulation on the products. It's hard to separate ourselves from like the smoke and vape shops who just kind of, the MO usually is to get the cheapest product you can find from God knows where, put it on the shelf, top price, and getting suckers. You don't care if they don't come back, because more than likely the owners of the smoke and vape shop, they don't even participate in that product or care about it. They think it's a cash cow bandwagon. Yeah. And I kind of tell folks a lot of times too, it's like, if I went and opened up a laundromat, I wouldn't give a dadgum what washer and dryer company you put in there. Just get me a good price, put something in there, and start making money. And that's what I feel like they feel about those stores. You know what I mean? The way I would care about it. I'm just looking to get money.
Well, there will always be those types of stores, but it's on the consumer to be like, eventually you grow, you're like, oh man, I need quality. I'm tired of this quantity crap. I need some quality. And so you expand your horizons, and then like you find the small mom and pop shop, and you're like, bro, this is what I would do. This is exactly how you fall in love with that place. And so it's on the consumer to find the the best quality as opposed to the best price, because the best price ain't always the best. It's and as you age, you're more about quantity over quality, and you understand that something that you pay a little bit more is going to last longer. And but also, like you said, getting your name out there and being like, hey, we're way different than these guys really goes a long way in the consumer's eyes, because they're like, oh, well, it would have taken me forever to find them. And so you're going to attract the right type of customers off chat, I believe.
Well, and we do advertise to a point. We do have a billboard. We do a little bit of social media, but generally speaking, it has just been word of mouth and just blessed more than we deserve, quite frankly. Well, and the right place, the right time, the right areas, as far as that goes,
Well, like he was saying with the vape shops, that's a different crowd too, as well.
It is.
You're focused on people that are in your shop because they're trying to heal. They've got something going on where they're using that as medicine. True. So the vape shops, those kids just think they're getting whatever, the fast, the quick, and they go. But people that probably come in your shop are researching it. You might have a specific strain that will do what they need. And I heard we were talking a little bit off camera before, or off being live. You said something about an indica strain. So, and I believe the same thing. It kind of falls in the same line in the THC, regular THC. There's different. Is it cannabinoids? It's the same effect in that, and those cannabinoids do different things and attach to different receptors. And there's some that are for pain, some for their anxiety. There's just so much. And I personally have. I've got inflammation. I've got arthritis. I've got bad knees. I've worked in factories my whole life. And I was given some gummies, and I was under the impression that I was going to get the buzz from them. And I ate one. I didn't get anything. And I ate one. I didn't get anything. But as I sat there, nothing hurt. Nothing hurt anymore.
Yeah.
So, I'm sitting there and I'm getting like, all right, what's going on here? But at the same time, my knee didn't hurt. My shoulder didn't hurt. My hand, so there's definitely people like myself that take some time to really realize what the benefits of that different side of that whole plant even is. Like, there are so many medical benefits from it that I didn't even understand until I was given it and kind of thought something different of it. But then I realized what it truly is. I mean, it really is. It's something special. And I'm glad there's people like yourselves out there that have a shop that people can go, and you can probably help walk them through it. Hey, what are you here for? Do you have anxiety? Do you have stress? Do you have sleep disorders? What do you have? PTSD. There's so much that it helps. It really does.
It does. And our customers come in and, I would say 8 out of 10 of them stay and talk and chew the fat, as we say, and they just love the information because we're happy to give it to them. We put our product right in front of your face, so you can see it, smell it. We put all the information right there. Plus, our bud tenders are knowledgeable. Some of them, in some cases, sometimes I think are more knowledgeable than me, man. The way these kids go on computers and for a lot of stuff for information. But, we're also where we're at because of our staff. You know what I mean? We have a great
right.
And generally speaking, the day-to-day operations, our customers see them a lot more today than they see me and Jackie.
Star of the show, baby. That's what we came to see.
Yeah.
My bad, dog in the background, man. Just I gotta pet my puppy dog.
There it is.
Nothing else in the show matters at the moment. I hate to cut you off, but star of the show has arrived.
Yeah, that's our boy.
He's like, what?
And that's the big thing is we genuinely love what we do and care about the customers. And that's the other part that makes it so kind of heartbreaking and frantic-y feeling, is because our industry could be gone by the end of the year if things aren't sorted out, kind of thing. But no pun intended, but we ain't the kind of folk that's going to let grass get too high under our feet. You know what I mean? So
well,
we're already.
And let's be honest, though, they're making money off the product that you're selling. They just got to find a way to regulate some of the bullshit out there. Let's just call it what it is. Yep. There's some bullshit out there, and
they want to know how to make all the money. They want to know how to make all the money. Like, look what they just did to Ohio.
They end up into something. I tell you, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like we talk to distillers with distilleries all the time, man, and they make $2 a jar. Like, you know how much money, how many jars you got to sell to make it at $2 a jar.
Yeah.
Like, so we understand they're dipping their hands in, and then you get states like here in Ohio where the people was like, hey, we want this, and then a year later they're like, oh, we're going to change all this, we're going to change this and change that, and it just to make sure they make all of the money, and it's a sad thing.
Oh, it's true. And then I try to stay away from politics as much as possible, but lately, it's just had me all keyed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't really talk politics and religion around here. It's just two things.
Right now, but it's understandable right now. Yeah,
but when they affect what we do, like legislations towards distilling, home distilling, that affects us and all that, and like you with the anything that has to do with cannabis, that affects you heavily. So you have no choice but to get drawn into that a little bit. So.
Well, I don't know if y'all can see this hat, but I'm gonna take it off and put it up close. So this doesn't mean I'm one way or the other on politics, but it's just cool to see. We're not red or blue, we're just green. But y'all check this out.
Hey, I think
Joey needs that.
No, it ain't just Uncle Joey. I think me and Big Easy need one of them. I like that.
Well, they're available in all the stores, and we have a brand new online store that should be up and running by the 1st of February as well. So anything we have, you'll be able to go on there and click, and it'll be on its way to you.
Hey, I'll get one of them. I'll wear it. I'll pop that bad boy on the show. I'll give you some advertisement.
Man, you just send me your address after the thing's over, and
yeah.
The mail, my good friend.
Yes, oh, hell yeah, brother. Absolutely, man.
I'll just go ahead and post it in the comments for everybody.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It's impossible to get it from them.
So let me ask you this. So what got you started into wanting to open up a business? Was it the idea of helping people, or you know what I mean? Is that kind of...
Well, I'm going to answer that question, but it ain't going to be the answer you might be thinking.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
A little embarrassed to say it, but the reason we initially started with the thought of what are we going to do, we were sick and tired of working in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge for everybody else, making them ungodly rich. And we decided, and we were getting too old to be bossed around. So we decided to do something that we loved and believed in. And we, again, lucky and blessed, right place, right time on a lot of things. And we've just taken the buds by the stem and ran forward with this thing. And
so,
the thing is like, we do talk up our company and we promote ourselves, but we tell everybody there's nothing we can say that our product won't say better for us. I mean, the proof's in the puff.
Absolutely. So I heard you say back when you were pouring at Sugarland, so you've done a little bit of time in the distilleries and things like that.
I worked at Sugarlands for a good stint, pouring liquor there, and as a tastemaker, and worked at Old Smoky and Tennessee Shine, and Smith Creek. And I was always a tastemaker there, pouring, telling the silly, hillbilly jokes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, it was all part of the show. That's what people expect to see down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, tired of making somebody else money, and now you're backing something that you believe in, a product that you believe in.
Oh yeah. And I'm grateful for all the experiences I had up there working, and learned a lot, and a lot of the things we do and some of the atmosphere, if you will, would remind you of a distillery from up there, but mainly, it evolved into doing something we loved, then our eyes getting opened even wider to the broad spectrum of all walks of life that this product helps. And we gradually elevated our thoughts on it, our perspective on it, and our cares and beliefs on it even deeper. You know what I mean? When you
Right.
hear people after people after people after people, like thanking God when they come in here and hand us money. Thank God y'all are here. That kind of stuff. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Like, it's so humbling that you almost want to be like, well, you know, what do you say to that? But thank you, and God bless you back.
Well, in my first trip to Maggie Valley, I feel like that area is very, very good for growing. I mean, you should have a very good grow. North Carolina, things should grow well in that area.
Yeah.
Hot, humid, rain. I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the kind of weather that that plant needs. Correct?
It is, and we have a grow in Sevierville, Tennessee, but there's been thoughts and conversations about setting up a grow somewhere in Western North Carolina, if things are able to continue on, that kind of thing.
Hell yeah.
Keep
Even
up with-
Tennessee as well. Parts of Tennessee up in the mountains, man. That's
Yeah.
perfect grow areas, man. So I imagine that you do well growing there. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's they consider the Smoky Mountains and all of that a lot like the tropical rainforest as far as the climate,
Right.
because of humidity and the
Mhm.
all the every day it seemed like rain at some point in the day. But yeah, we learned a lot up there, and I had a lot of fun. And we just like everybody does, you evolve, you grow, your thoughts change, your ideas and mindset changes on things. And we were just at the stage in life. We were just, let's you'll never catch us in a casino gambling money, but we'll roll dice down the road all day long, opening up stores and doing stuff like that.
Well,
creating businesses and things.
gambling on life pays off. Game of the casino, it pays off, but you could also walk away empty pockets, and that's different.
Mhm.
And you're gaining,
off.
yeah, and you're learning. You're learning as you go with each store. Each store that you open, you'll learn something new, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and even with all the stores, like for example, the people in Asheville will only buy certain products, and people in say Greer, South Carolina location, they like totally different things. So I put two same strains in a few locations, and some people don't even like it. This town can't get enough of it. Or
It's like flavor profiles when it comes
Yeah,
to alcohol.
so-
It's all about regions, man.
Yeah.
Regions like what they like, and
Yep.
that's
And
what you got to cater to the regions.
So start to finish, what's the normal harvest season? How long's the normal grow?
usually about 4.5, 5 months, sometimes 5.5 months, because we have to harvest a little bit early, but we grow all year round, or otherwise I'd have to be buying from somebody else to help stay supplied.
Do you have indoor and outdoor grow then, obviously?
Well, we have greenhouse, but we don't have a full outdoor. We have greenhouse and an indoor.
So is that per state law? It can't be outdoor. Does it have to be contained in a greenhouse, or that's just how you have it set up? I'm just curious.
That's how we have it set up.
Okay. So and you can grow it outside if you wanted to per the state laws.
If you're licensed,
Okay. Yes. That's I'm just curious.
yeah. And everybody's got, there's so many different growers, and there's so many great growers out there. And usually, when we're out of town, I've found plenty of great other products. We're not the only thing in the world. We're not the best thing in the world. We only do a few things, and we try to do those the best we can, and we leave the rest of it to everybody else to kind of fight over or scramble over or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we're not trying to corner the whole world. We're happy just doing what we do at the level we do it at. There's plenty of for everybody.
So one of your products is a butter. Am I correct?
We have, so in our Asheville location, we have a full cannabis cocktail bar, and we got a popcorn machine up there, and we make popcorn, and then we make actual infused popcorn butter to pour on your popcorn. And that was such a big hit. Then we started putting it in small containers and selling the liquid butter to take home. Now we're getting ready to release the new can of butter sticks. I think you probably saw a picture of those.
Yes.
Media. Yep, those are coming out right about probably in another week and a half. The Squatch sticks are brand new. They just came out. They're 2 gram pre rolls, gram inside and a gram of keef on the outside. And they're like, I don't know, Bigfoot was gonna play baseball. That's what his baseball bat would look like. You know what I mean? Big old fuzzy.
Hey, those things they're kind of intimidating, man. It was fuzzy and kind of gnarly looking, man.
Oh yeah, and they burn so even. Oh man, it's a wonderful thing.
Huh. Well, I am very intrigued because, like I said, I've dabbled, but I'm curious, you know, and mine wasn't good product. I can tell you that right now. Mine wasn't quality product. Mine was some bullshit that I bought on vacation at one of them stock shops that we don't want to speak of. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know. You know, I'm from Ohio. I roll into Tennessee and I drive by and I said, did that say dispensary? And I was like, and I go in there and it's a different kind of dispensary, but it's still a dispensary nonetheless. So I grabbed some and kind of forgot about it. And I got it back home and I was misled. Now, later on, a couple years down the road, we got introduced to Shonda, who she's had a business with her edibles. And that's where I discovered that, hey, those gummies, I don't have any pain right now. So it's definitely a different side of that whole. There is a different world, believe it or not, and I didn't understand it. But yeah, I finally had some good quality product, I feel like. So I'm very interested in getting my hands on some of your stuff because I have pain. I've got arthritis. I've got one artificial knee, and I need another one. So I feel like I can benefit from a little bit more than what I'm giving it credit, I feel like. So I think it's something I'm going to get into a little bit.
I understand, and it's a much healthier thing than taking pills. I mean,
yes,
for a lot of reasons. But speaking of Shonda, that woman can make some treats. Let me tell you. At Hillbilly Jam, she gave us a little goodie bag, if you will, and we kind of dispersed them with our employees and shared and stuff. We weren't stingy old hogs or nothing. We let some of them have it. And I forgot and left one of the suckers she made on my desk, and Jackie was at one of the other stores, and I was at Asheville. And I guess I'd smoked a joint or something, had cotton mouth, walked in my office. I was like, oh, yeah, there's that sucker. I forgot that was the sucker that Shonda made. Put that thing in my mouth. I tell you, I called Jackie about an hour later, and I was like, honey, I just fucked up. She said, what'd you do? I ate this whole damn sucker, and the room is spinning which way. And I just tried to hold on. Woo! Shonda can make some extra special treats, I'm telling you.
They got a little punch to them, that's for sure.
She knows what the hell she's doing. I tell you, she knows. Woo! So, but yeah, there's a lot of wonderful people out there that are doing. And Shonda, me and Jackie had a long talk with her. She does it to help people too, and like her story is amazing. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
why she does. It was. We just love having the privilege of having friends like that too. You know what I mean?
Well, they're in it for the same thing you are. They're in it because they see what they're doing is helping people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more of a need of it. The pharmaceutical companies are killing people. I'm an advocate of. I don't like them. Not a fan of them. I think they're half the reason why we can't get good all natural medicines and different supplements and things, because they put the thumb on it. They don't want you to know about it. They don't want people to be able to. They don't want the testing. They don't want it. They want you to take their pills, and when they need you to take them, and that's how they want to keep it. So, you know, it's a sad thing that, you know, things that grow naturally and that can be harvested and dried, smoked, eaten, drank, whatever, and it has healing properties, and we'll never know because they don't want you to know. Well, so it's good that there's people like you guys out there, man. There really is.
Yeah. Ain't that why Nixon did that study back then, and they learned the medical benefits of it? He classified that shit like, nah, player, we're gonna lose too much money in the pharmaceutical. Let's go on ahead and classify that big study we did that showed all the great stuff it could do.
What's funny is there's some movies out there that made little humor of that. The military guys down in the tunnel smoking the weed and stuff, like that was real shit. Like there were actually studies, you know, there were tests. You know, they had
Yeah.
soldiers doing LSD and marijuana and all kinds of drugs. They were it was crazy, man.
And probably had them doing stuff we ain't even heard of still.
Oh,
ab-
yeah,
ab-
MK Ultra, just rabbit holes.
absolutely.
Rabbit holes. All right, we'll get away from the rabbit holes. Can you take a minute and explain the differences? And because a lot of people, they see Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, and then they're all just wondering, like, well, I want the one that gets me high, from the start, and not so much a THCA. And so, like, it's not like it used to be. It was like, oh, marijuana, you're gonna get fucked up. And nowadays, like you said, you've got indica, you've got sativas, you got hybrids, you got Delta 8s and Delta 9s and Delta 10s, and there's just so much more now. In our world, it's like yeast. There's so many different types of yeast for different things. So marijuana has grown to that. So if you could please take a minute and explain the differences, and then talk about what types you carry specifically, if you would.
Well, as far as vapes are like the cartridges or the disposables, we don't carry any of those. And those are, generally speaking, the Delta 8s, 9s, and 10s. But they do make them now, like the THCA disposables and vapes, as well as THCP. It just keeps delving off. And so, like, at first it was Delta 8, which is, just they take the hemp flower in and of itself, make some great clothes. They extract the CBD properties out, which is kind of like a Delta 8, and kind of synthetically enhance that and spray it on that hemp bud, which looks like a regular marijuana bud, and people could start pretending they were smoking weed without getting in trouble with the law, kind of thing. But you had a little bit of the properties of the CBD that would help relax your joints and things like that, but it was still smoking a synthetic. Then vapes and cartridges start getting a little more popular, start coming out, more flavors, this, that, and other. And then you started seeing like the Delta 9. Well, that's a little bit stronger. Next thing you know, they come out with Delta 10, but it's not as strong as Delta 9. But again, those are all synthetics. And then you have stuff like what we do, which is traditionally grown marijuana harvested early, but then it's still classified as THCA. But you also can take hemp flower and spray it with those D8, D9, or D10, and it's still considered THCA. Just
Can
like
you explain what THCA is, because you see it everywhere. It's what is what exactly is THCA, because it's a common thing you're seeing in states where it's not fully legal. You're seeing the THCA in places. So if you could
it is a common term, and a lot of people will call stuff THCA. I mean, we have some stores in South Carolina that just got raided, and they had like fake COAs, and they called it THCA, but it was really just regular old marijuana. You know what I mean? But a lot of people try to use that THCA as that invisibility cloak, or that, knight's armor.
The loophole.
With that kind of thing. But, there's just there's so many different ways now to do it. And then you have everybody taking the flower, no matter whether it's the synthetic or the organic, and they're, making every kind of hash rosin concentrate now, trying to make it even stronger, where we do carry concentrates. We do have hash rosin and things like that. And we have the bubble hash, but, we still cater more towards what I call like old school strains, like you would remember getting back in the day, back in the 80s kind of thing, back when weed wasn't quite as, you take 2 hits and all of a sudden you feel like you can't see it from here up or something, and a lot of times some of the stuff you get at stores, if you get those kind of feelings, it's because it's got way too many chemicals on it, but there's just, like we were out of town not long ago, and we went in a store, and we had some friends with us, and they were like, well, you got a store, you tell us what all this is. And I looked at them like a deer in the headlights. I was like, for all that I know, I don't begin to know where to tell you about all of this stuff in here. There's so much stuff out there these days. It's, it's almost impossible to know it all and know what everything is out there and who's doing what and what they're mixing in this, and trying to know who's reputable, especially if you're a store that's just buying product from other people and reselling it, that kind of thing. Being able to know where it the source kind of thing.
Well, yeah, if you're growing your own product, you don't really know what's out there. You know what I mean? If all your stuff is sourced right where you're from, you don't know anything because you don't deal in that market.
Well, I don't, and we still don't prevent all the salesmen from coming in the store, giving us samples, and trying to get us to carry their products and this, that, and the other, and and that's fine, but that's not what we do, And then I'll have some of the reps come in and it's like, well, you need to take this and go do these trade shows and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I'm just not into that. We're more of the produce stand people. Like, we don't get into the flashy packaging and stuff, which now today, most of it is it's the battle of the coolest packaging. They don't care what's inside the packaging. Whereas our packaging is like a brown bag with a stamp with our name on it. And we check off whether it's indica sativa hybrid, if it happens to be the flower, and we write the strain in by
the consumer buys with their eyes. The consumer buys with their eyes first. So if it's flashy, they're drawn to it. It's just the way it is. Like you said, have an inferior product inside, but it's shiny. Like, oh, shiny. It's
me and Jackie unsmart as business owners because like, I don't know, we just believe in simple, old school a little bit.
And when they're in your shop, like you said, when you walk in, it's like a saloon, old school, brown bag. So it's more that style. But like when you're competing on a shelf with 100 other brands, you need to catch the eye before you can catch the sale. So you keep doing what you're doing the way you're doing it because you're doing it right.
Yep.
I'm just saying, like, when
I don't know, we human, we make mistakes too.
Oh yeah, well, we learn,
No, but having your own shop
dumped out because it went bad.
but having your own shop and having control of the grow, that's a little more unique, and that's a little more. It's like what he says. It's fine tuned. You're small batching it. You know what I mean? And that's more intimate, and you probably have customers, and you'll have repeat customers.
Yeah,
and really. Being a business owner, you don't want that one-time sale. You want that multiple sales. So what you're doing speaks volumes to the people that are looking for the product that you have, and they have questions. You can answer the questions. The guy at the vape shop, he's just getting paid to ring you up and ring the next guy up. They don't have a lot of the answers. So I'm sure you have a pretty good clientele. How many shops do you have now? Just the one? Or did I hear you say you have two?
We have Greer, South Carolina. We have Asheville, and we have Maggie Valley that's going to be opening, like I said, the first weekend February. And then very soon, right after that, in the empty lot right beside it is where we're building a brand new outdoor live music venue park. We haven't quite decided on the name yet. That's why I'm using all those different names there. But basically, it's going to be an outdoor music park. That's going to be
listen, I got it right here. The Jeffrey Anderson Pavilion.
No, they don't want to taint that thing with my name on the top, I don't think. That'd be like turning the horseshoe upside down the wrong way or something. But it's going to be themed like a Western town. So like when you come into when show them your ticket, come in for the concerts, you'll walk down the main street of a Western town, and the stage will be at the very end. There will be a second floor VIP balconies right beside the stage, so you can look down side view at the stage as well. Up towards the front, there's going to be some food trucks, picnic tables with umbrellas. There'll be the grassy knoll there in the front by the stage for people to bring their lawn chairs, type of thing. And each one of the old Western buildings are going to be rentable spaces so let's just say, for example, one weekend we're having a big Grateful Dead band come in and play, and you as a big tie-dye, merch seller, well, you could come in and rent that little Western storefront right there, sell your stuff, and then when you're done, pack up and leave, and everything's provided for you. You know what I'm saying? But size venue where we'll be able to bring in acts like Tyler Childers, like Sierra Farrells, that kind of thing. We're going to also do local acts and regional acts as well, but we definitely are gearing it towards, making this like, I hate to say because it ain't no rocks around, but kind of like the Red Rocks of Western North Carolina, really makes this a place that people from Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia are going to drive to see a concert. And then for the town of Maggie Valley, having the extra food trucks in there and offering a variety of other foods and being open a little later than 10 o'clock, because I love Maggie Valley with every bit of my heart, but everything closes at 10. So, having that extra few hours there for folks that, might want to swing out and grab a late night munchie for some reason or another,
Absolutely.
we want to be a welcomed enhancement to Maggie Valley, because I grew up personally coming to Maggie Valley, going to Ghost Town, that kind of thing. My wife's only seen pictures of it because she's from New York. So, but it's really to pay homage to the town that, love and grew up visiting, and just, we're not trying to change the community. We're not trying to do anything. We're just trying to be a welcome addition. You know what I mean? And then the night music, we'll have a big movie screen that'll come down. So we'll do like Thursday nights, maybe be like Western nights or something. We'll play old Westerns, sit in the old Western town, watch a Western movie, and it'll be family. It's not all about pot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, you got an idea there, brother. I feel like it's going to do well. It really will.
We hope so. And, there's festivals all the time in Maggie Valley at the fairgrounds there. And we're hoping to, be the, generally speaking, the unofficial before or after party.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We'll definitely try to coordinate, with some of the festivals. The only festival, though, that we will actually be involved in and sponsoring and throwing our full weight, whatever that is, into it, and our heart and soul will be the Hillbilly Jam. Again, this year, like we did last year. We were blessed enough, Becky and Terry invited us to, come back, and they liked how we done it, and we've always loved how they do it. So, we just we're gonna come back and do it again this year, and we're excited and looking forward to that too.
Well, hell yeah. Well, I hope your two businesses continue to do well, and I hope your third new business, I hope it does well. I hope you have a great opening, and I hope everything continues to just thrive and grow, man. I think it's awesome.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you kindly. I wouldn't be able to do not even half of this without Jackie. If it wasn't for her, I'd probably be sitting on the street corner with my guitar playing for change, running off the birds and stuff.
That don't sound too bad sometimes.
I know that ain't always a bad thing to do there, Jeffrey. So listen, Miss Jackie, are you trying to talk a little bit, or are you trying to stay quiet?
I know Jeff likes to talk a lot, but that's okay. I'm used to it.
Well, listen, how about you tell everybody, give everybody your info on your locations. Let's hear you speak on your locations.
So in Greer, South Carolina is 248 O'Neill Road. In Asheville, it's 278 Haywood Road, West Asheville.
And what are your hours at both stores?
Oh gosh. In Greer, South Carolina, open up at 10 to 7 Monday through Friday, and Fridays are 5 a gram Fridays, so come down and check us out. Days in Greer, we're open from 12 to 4, but we're looking to expand our hours. In Asheville, we're open up at 12 and we close at 10.
Well, there you go. For all of you out there that are interested on how to get a hold of them, there you go. There's their store locations and hours. I thought I'd give you guys a chance to get that out there as well.
Right on. Ask her another question. Keep her going.
Easy, you got any more questions? Well, you want to talk about some music?
Matt, you got any questions? Would you hop in and help a little bit?
I'm just absorbing.
Yeah. So let's back to Jackie. You say you run one of the stores, Jackie? Is that what?
You run them all.
No, not all of them, but I'm mostly down in the Greer store. I really enjoy with the customers. I've had one lady just recently come in. She just finished chemotherapy. So, and she comes in try to at least twice or 3 times a week. And she came in, she gave me a big hug, and she said, if it wasn't for you and Jeff, because I would have never made it through my chemo. So
See,
that's
just yeah, just
that's
stuff like that, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
they walk out, you wipe the tear away, and you love every time they come in. So it's just
Yeah.
stories like that that continues to make you want to do what you guys do. That's awesome.
and before I got into what we're doing now, I was a correctional officer, so I've got to help and see a lot of it from that side also.
Yeah,
So I can help somebody get their lives straight and off of drugs, but I also told them there's certain drugs that will help you also.
yes,
Have to do it the right way.
Yeah.
yes,
Can I-
absolutely.
Sidebar note: we did. She was a correctional officer. Now we didn't meet because I was in. I just want to get that out there.
We weren't. Listen,
I was about to ask that.
we were going to wait till we got off live, and I might have asked that question. But all right.
I wasn't rocking no orange.
Yeah, it was one of those things. I was just going to mind my own business and keep it on moving. But
That's
the old
funny.
feller's got to keep prying.
right.
But all right, well, we'll let you guys. We appreciate you guys coming and joining us tonight. Just
Yeah.
chat, shooting shit. I guess if we're in Maggie Valley this year, Uncle Joey, Matt, will venture over, and if it ain't raining, have more time to hang out. So if you are there, the after party's at the Comfort Inn. But you got to watch for cops. So, but anyways, like I said, we appreciate you.
Time we tell everybody just stop by. We'll get you high.
Nice.
Hell
Yeah, when you guys get open over there, and was it Maggie? You guys said you were, always down in there, so have to stop in. Seems like a place draws me in there at least once or twice a year, so
Hell
we'll
yeah.
definitely have to stop in next time, and we'll see if Sean will pony up some shirts for you. Actually, Sean said he'd hook you guys up with a couple shirts if we ever come down. So
There you go.
Outside.
Actually, get us an address. Give me an address. I'll get you a shirt.
You
all right.
got it, and y'all got hats coming to y'all when you give me your address. Too.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, hell yeah,
Just
absolutely.
send them all to Uncle Joey. Save yourself on the shipping.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But anyways, we appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all next week. Who we got next week? Don? Is that who it is?
Hold on.
I remember the first name. I have no idea the last name. I'm terrible, but let's see
I'm
if I got
getting
half of it
bad.
right.
Ron. Well, it's Ryan Ezra. Ryan
Okay.
Ezra. He's from North Carolina, I do believe. I think he's a distiller.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week with old Ryan, and y'all take care. Have a great night, and fire one up.
Yes. Right on. Stick around. Don't go nowhere, Jeff.
Smoke on.